Hey, this is Josh with Revhard Motors. In this video, we're gonna do a quick walk around the shop, a little tour, kind of just show you around the place. So we've been doing this for a long time and amassed a lot of stuff, so it's kind of like the cool Trinket collection. This is a car that I got as a gift, I think in like 2002, Civic Type R model I built when I was like 18, pretty old school. These two came from a trip to Japan. This is the silver EK, because I had one. This was given to me a Christmas gift when I was 18. Some drift Tankaku gloves. You know, just some random stuff. This is a spoon catalog from 2002. And the old school golden days. Old catalog. Look at all that. So these are all the references to the cool stuff from the past. OG TE37s. Bam. This is a brochure I got from Tokyo Auto Salon in 2002, I think. Over here we got some apparel. Hakone. So this is our shop. Originally we decided to keep our overhead low and get some smaller shops instead of a big huge area that had to keep going, so we can, you know, keep our prices low and be efficient. This here is kind of a amalgamation of different things from different trips. My first trip to Japan in 2002, we were at Tokyo Auto Salon, and it was my first introduction to VIP style. Up here we saw a Q and a Nissan or a Lexus LS. At the time, this was the car that was in the showroom floor, so it was like brand new. If you went to a Lexus dealership, that car was there. And to see that car look like a Fast and Furious Civic just really intrigued me. I fell in love with VIP style ever since then. So here's a couple vans that I fell in love with. This is a trip to Spoon Sports back in 2002. This is what dealerships used to look like back then. Got the garage active car. And then back here, it's pretty simple. It's got a couple lifts. We usually keep between 8 and 15 cars on deck here. And we can see we got an eclectic mix today. This is an E46 M3 that we just got ready for sale. It is a manual, really clean example. Someone's gonna have a lot of fun. This Pulsar here is just sold. This is gonna leave today. GTAR B-Wing, SR20 DET. You guys have seen this in the other videos. Over here is a little bit of our history. Up here we got some models. So my last trip to Japan, my girlfriend bought herself a bracelet at Tiffany's for her birthday. And I ended up spending more in car models than on her bracelet. When purchasing these cars, checking out at the stand, the guy working there says, hold on a minute. He went and got another person, and they came back and proceeded to laugh at me, at the big American buying all the models. So that's the models. We got the Civic Type R. I used to have the Integra Type R. We've given a lot of these away. Some old school TE37. All of this started with the Midnight Club. If you guys aren't familiar with the Midnight Club or what they are or why they're relevant, I suggest you guys look it up. It's a good YouTube series. They have the Wing and Midnight on there. Basically, the Midnight Club started all this. They were doing bolt-on modifications and tuning cars and ripping cars at close to 200 miles an hour for 15 minutes at a time. I'd highly recommend looking into them. Got some apparel. This is a clean JZX 100 Cressida. Came in not too long ago. Even just finding regular used cars nowadays is a challenge, so we get a lot of people looking for these cars just for daily drivers. Seems to be a trend where we're getting a lot of JDM trades on USDM cars. This is the Evo 10 final edition. In genuine Revhard style, just a classic bolt-on kit, AMS, some E85. Then we got my Pulsar here, getting ready to go out. We just finished this one, as you guys know. Motor treatment, a little dirty right now. We got wheels and brakes. This R33 GTST is probably one of the cleanest that we've seen, grade 4.5. Another cruiser, this is one of my favorites. This is the Ultima to Cedric, same as the family as the Gloria. This one here has a VG30DET. This is the turbo model. It's a rare one with the leather. We're just waiting on a door handle from Japan. It won't open right now. So as soon as we get that, this will make someone happy. A lot of the times we help people who get their cars ready to sell get more exposure. So this car here is in a consignment car. It's an R32. It has a fresh coat of paint. Haltech aftermarket ECU, tune. I think this car is like what, 500-600 horsepower? 650, something like that. Top secret carbon dash. Has the Haltech gauge cluster. Currently on a tender. A lot of these cars drain batteries while they sit here. Because we've been around and we do a lot of marketing and get exposure and are able to offer financing for vehicles like this, a lot of people choose to consign with us to help for that. And if anyone's posted a car for sale recently, it's typically 100 "is this available" messages and 15,000 people wasting time. To help mitigate that and to get the best exposure and the highest return for your car, the other thing we can do with the consignment program as we're ramping up our Dream Car Collective auction is give that auction exposure as well. So stay tuned as our consignment program kind of develops. If you have a JDM car that you're looking to sell and get exposure for, holler at us. We have some exciting consignments coming in. R32 that you guys maybe have seen before and haven't had a chance to get. So this will be a fun one. Probably one of the cleanest R32s that I've seen. So we'll stay tuned for that. One of the inescapable parts about these cars is the rust. And sometimes even when we get caught up in buying cars, things get missed. If you guys ever see a C2 on an auction sheet anywhere, that indicates rust. And on this particular car, we missed some C2s, primarily one right here. So that's what a C2 looks like. As you can see, it's been repaired solid. Blam. Back here in the rear quarter panel, we also saw some Swiss cheese right here. So the work was done solid. We have a guy in town that we trust. A lot of this has been building the network of people that we can trust. A lot of people can paint cars, a lot of people can fix cars, and the network of what we build is really the secret sauce of what we're able to do to provide quality cars, as you can tell. So some history about up here. As you can see, we got the Mitsubishi and the Rally Art, a couple of Nismos, and then obviously I'm a big Honda fan, so we have Mugen, Honda, Spoon. Back here we got Honda Primo, and then TRD. So this is pretty much just our main, I guess you can call it showroom or display area. When the cars get done with recon and after pictures and are on the website, this is where they land up. Next, I'll show you guys the before room. All right, so follow me into the other side. Open up, we got a bunch of stuff for race season. Here in early March, we got a track day planned. That's gonna be pretty fun. We got about 25, 30 cars. A lot of content coming out that day. High Plains Raceway. These are for a Nismo 35. These are for a track R34. This is the Avenir you guys saw, getting ready to go. Just came back from the inspection at the Nissan dealer. Needs some belts, some squeaky mounts. Probably gonna need a motor mount, some axles, and this should be good to go. This car is underrated, man. SR20 DET hauls ass. Someone's gonna be very happy with this car. We got the Legnum you guys saw last time. This is in the queue for projects. This was gonna go to inspection and detail, but the project queue got a little bit bigger than inspection and detail, so it's in line. This here is a Suzuki Alto Works RSR. Currently it has a blown motor. We sold it to a customer and it got revved into the F1 range and the valve didn't survive that very good. And So we're trying to figure out what to do with it. What do you guys think we should do? David in town built one of these, about 124 horsepower, forged internals. I think we might be doing that. If you want us to see us do that, drop us a comment. This here's the Fierce machine. It's our JZX90. I'll admit when I bought this, it was lowered down and not raised up for the boat. It looked a lot cleaner in the pictures. I got kind of excited. Sometimes we also get fanboy. We weren't sure if we wanted to keep this as a Revhard drift car or let her rip. This will be another project coming up. As you can see, has some pretty sweet over fender custom work done. Being facetious, of course. The hood here has seen better days. Got the classic drift stitch zip ties going on. It's actually a really nice car. It has the drift brake, this Cusco diff or a welded diff. We're not quite sure yet. Either way, it's pretty rough. And so we're either gonna be sliding this summer or it's gonna be for sale. If you're interested in a drift missile, hit us up. So as you can see, this side is more of storage. This is where cars come. And then we have the Revhard garage. That's where you're seeing the Integra being restored. So we have the before and after side. If there's anything that you guys want to see, let us know. This here was given to us as a gift. This is a 3D printed sign. The batteries are low right now, but you turn it on, this lights up. There's different colors. Over 50 hours put into this. Big shout out Patrick, Pulsar 3D printing. This thing's cool. As always, thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys in the next video.